tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Welcome back to Dragon Kingdom. We are here with tag team action after the interval.
Familiar song for a familiar team. They are finally back following a hellacious street fight at the end of last year.
The team consisting of the CONQUEST, Leon Gage, and Jane Hook. They are Rising Tide!
These two astronomically young men, stars everywhere they go. Leon Cage, 18, Jane Hook, about 22 I believe. Absolutely incredible for their age, the impact and intellect they have with the fans. Disgusting really, actually, you know, I hate it. I hate them both.
The fact that Shane Hook is only a couple of months younger than me unsettles me greatly.
You're 22?
I am 23.
23.
23.
Don't look it.
I am, thank you. I am 5 years the elder of Leon Cage, which honestly is one of the worst facts, I think, of the modern era. Leon Cage at 18 years old has so much talent, it is almost sickening.
To be clear, I was attending secondary school when Leon Cage was born, and that fills me with hatred.
They are 7 and 6, 6 and 7. They are 19-pound wrestlers, Soul Train!
Well, look who is pulling into the station. Unlike this venue, it seems we do have some public transport in the Soul Train.
Despite delays, despite inclement weather, whatever that means, Soul Train have arrived at the Dragon Kingdom station, and they came in with a full head of steam.
And a full head of hair. Look at that mop on top of Ryan Saint. Brighter than the sun, brighter than his gear.
And very bright gear it is. The saying goes, rising tide lifts all ships, but does it lift trains, Duke?
I mean, look at the size of these two men. I do not think we'll be seeing Rising Tide lifting them, particularly this match. This is going to be a match of speed versus strength and size.
I feel like you may have hit the nail right on the head with that one. Rising Tide, renowned for their speed and their agility. Soul Train, known for being very fun-loving, but when the bell rings, they do know how to get serious. Will they get particularly serious in this match? Time will tell.
Ryan State insisting on the southern platform, shall we say.
That's platform. Is that platform 1 and that platform 2?
I think it's like we're on a 7 and 6 here.
Oh, is it? Okay. The conductor, Duke Degnan.
Of course, of course.
I'm glad someone knows what a platform is, unlike Transport for Wales. Anyway, Soul Train.
Whoa, 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 I think some bias with the referee right now. Referee has clearly picked a side.
That's not a referee shirt.
Someone sent the boss out. That's clearly not on.
That is against the Geneva Convention, I believe. Leon Cage limbering up.
Leon Cage, the youngest man in this match, all of a sudden the oldest man in the match. We'll see how that difference in experience and energy will affect his opening outcome.
The word you
Big
say
lockup.
there, experience, all of a sudden been wrestling for near on a decade now. Leon Cage, a decade ago, was still in primary school. So there is a stark contrast between these two. But Leon Cage, one of the most active wrestlers I think I've ever seen. There is not a day that this young man has off.
I dread the day this man has to attend a full-time job. I hope for him it never happens and he can continue this lifestyle. But I would like to see him breaking down a little bit by the system.
Duke Degnan with a severe disdain for the youth of Leon Cage.
Not just Leon Cage, young people, comma general.
Does that include me?
Yeah, I mean, you don't look young, you're fine.
That'll do, I think. Wrist lock applied by All of a Sudden.
Rolls it through. Big kick up, try and get some leverage. Rolls it through again. Takes control round the waist.
Leon Cage has been studying those Nigel McGuinness tapes.
Getting a wide grip around the waist. Trying to shimmy him off. All of a sudden, Klee practices Pilates in his free time. Oh, over he goes.
I believe All of a Sudden just wasted Leon Cage's time.
Big tackle, but a nip up. That's the... Again, Leon Cage is doing this regularly. Oh!
And he stood on his foot. He's playful, isn't he, All of a Sudden?
You know what? Leon Cage is wrestling all over the country. I do not think he has wrestled anyone like All of a Sudden.
You can't really prepare for All of a Sudden. You never really know what he's going to be up to.
Maybe Shane Hook will have more success with the big man.
Shane Hook has a level of familiarity with All of a Sudden. One of the first men Shane Hook met in professional wrestling was All of a Sudden many, many years ago now.
Unable to take him off his feet, sends to the corner. Referee gotta get out of there sharpest. Over he goes.
Look at that from Shane Hook.
Very impressive flip.
He's got springs for legs.
And again, telling the struggle of this match. Shane and Leon have speed for days, but if All of a Sudden or Ryan Saint can get a hold of them, they are in trouble.
If you run at a train, the train is still gonna win. Doesn't matter how fast or agile you are.
Changing platforms. And again, putting him over. The disrespect from All of a Sudden. And Rising Tide is seemingly getting a little bit frustrated.
Shane Hook is as frustrated as I was when my train got delayed this morning. And I blame All of a Sudden.
Offering off the handshake though, like it's all in good fun here. Does the crowd want to see Ryan Saint?
Sudden wants him in. Saint is in.
Leading a sermon up against Leon Cage. Goes for the waist lock.
Ryan Saint
goes it through.
Taking a page out of his tag team partner's Bible. All of a sudden,
oh, come now.
The master teacher, Ryan Saint, and now
Leon Cage has had enough.
You frustrated Leon Cage, and you do not want to frustrate him.
A chop back.
Look at that, Leon Cage shooting up. Tag made. Did Leon Cage even realize the tag was made?
Bulldog headbutt. Impressive tag team offense from the Soul Train.
Call that the train delay.
Big double hip toss. Referee needs to get a bit of control, get Ryan out of this match.
That all escalated rather quickly, Duke.
Turns him to the corner. A second. A third, and as we discussed earlier, those corners may look padded, but they are a sudden stop. Big body slam.
Sudden, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Leon Cage now springboard, but
caught. A legal man should not be getting involved right now, but hey-ho. Big body slam on top of Shane. It worked out poorly for them.
Can you use the illegal man as a weapon against
the referee is allowing it, so I guess so.
I'll have to consult the rule book. All of a sudden, charging up.
Steam. What's he looking for here? Big back suplex.
Whatever he was looking for, he didn't find it.
I don't think he saw the tag. I don't think he saw the tag. Here comes Leon Cage, the futurist.
Rising Tide
for the double set.
Look at that from the young man.
Maneuvers. Big kick. And this is what Rising Tide need to be doing.
Triangle drop
team
kick.
Offense.
These two.
Shane Hook needs to get out of the ring.
These two were raised on a very particular type of wrestling, and you could tell it has paid dividends for them.
The referee
Unbelievable.
being very lenient on getting Shane Hook out of the ring there.
The experience edge that All of a Sudden has overall in the ring is currently being
Tested?
Being tested, being eliminated, I believe,
Okay.
by the experience edge of Rising Tide as a team.
You're
Rising Tide have been a
entirely
team for over 2 years now.
You're entirely correct. Additionally, it doesn't matter how much experience you have, when there are two young, vicious individuals beating you up, there's not much you can do about it. You only have 2 arms and 2 legs to counter their 4. Big jumping forearm.
The chops of Leon Cage deserve to be studied.
Leon Cage throws it through. Double kicks.
Scientists fear Rising Tide. They don't
Double
quite know
stomps.
how they're capable of doing these things. Into the cover goes Shane
Pin.
Hook.
2. Ryan trying to get this crowd behind his partner. Throwing a few wild kicks there. Eef. Wrenching that knee. Taking away the base of the bigger man is a way to keep him down when you are these smaller individuals in this match.
Slowing the pace down. Quite the choice for Rising Tide. Normally like to keep things very fast-paced.
I think they need to be a little bit more methodical just due to the size difference in this match. If Ollie can find his footing, if he can get through them, they will be in a world of trouble having to deal with a fresh Ryan Saint.
I think you're bang on the money.
Oh,
they
no.
really need to chop him down like a tree, and that is going to go a long
That'll do
ways
it.
into helping.
That'll do it.
Dragon screw leg whip, and you see
Very
Leon
close.
Cage
Very close, but Leon Cage, that tag team experience makes the distance.
very defensively blocking the way for Saint to make the tag to Sutton. Or vice versa, I should say. And now Leon Cage in control.
Again, this is a bit of experience I have to question from all of a sudden. He had Leon Cage, he was able to maneuver him, but he maneuvered him to the wrong corner. Using that strength, but maybe just frustration, maybe not knowing where he was, took him to Shane, which Shane was able to make the tag and continue this offense.
That's the thing. Rising Tide right now, they are pulling all of a sudden into a dark tunnel, and he cannot see the light. Right now, he needs to get to Ryan Saint, but they are not allowing him. They are taking full advantage of tag team rules.
Working that leg maliciously. Oh!
Frequent tags, the 5-second rule allowing the illegal man time to leave the ring. They are utilizing all of this. Nothing's against the rules. Rising Tide are playing well within their rights.
Being just efficient, smart tag team wrestlers.
The IQ of these men, so young in their careers,
Leon Cage
is very impressive.
dragging all of a sudden away from those ropes, making it so he gets out of reach. Smart, good ring positioning there.
There's a lot of reach for all of a sudden as well. As you saw, they're able to get to the rope. The far bigger competitor, Leon Cage.
Easily the biggest man in this match.
Leon Cage having a good understanding of the size difference, which is great to see, as Shane Hook pulverizing the leg of Sutton now.
Throwing that leg at Shane, maybe not a mistake.
Look, there's trapping
Again,
the foot
on the
behind
ropes.
the knee.
Shane, a very quick count from the referee, maybe a bit concerned for all of a sudden here.
That's the thing. The referee can show leniency, but at one point they do have to get involved in some shape.
Another big dragon screw, and Ollie is only able to hold himself out up with that rope. And a 619 to the leg.
And Cage again, drop kick to the leg. To quote the late great Owen Hart, kicking his leg out of his leg.
Not wrong, not wrong.
All of a sudden, really scrapping now, trying to find any advantage.
Ryan again, just trying to will some life into all of a sudden, into his mentor, into his friend, into his partner.
Trying to chop
And
away at
maybe
them
it's
both.
worked. Oh, again, back to that leg. Using the good leg. Oh, big flapjack. Stomps it through. Here comes the Saint. Here comes the Holy Man.
I am worried about
Back elbow.
Sutton, though. He landed on his leg when he came over that.
Back suplex.
Could be detrimental. Saint really needs to maximize his minutes right now.
German.
Now both members of Rising Tide trying to take
Runs
the fight
through.
to Saint.
Big double clothesline. Saint. The
Tickets,
fretless man in
please.
this rack. Oh!
Derailed him into
One,
the cover.
2, kick out.
Strong cover as well. Hooked the leg and as much leverage as humanly possible.
Ollie has not been able to get to his feet since making the tag. Ryan Saint may have to continue the rest of this match on his Todd.
Duke, I'm not sure that Oliver Sutton even has feet anymore. Those legs have been the victim of a sharp assault from Rising Tide. They have given him everything they've got.
Out to his feet.
Hook now, able to get
Off
out
the
of
ropes.
it.
Big jumping forearm. Here comes all of a sudden back in. Brave man. He's a drop kick. It's capoeira. Big Endy. To the outside.
Soul Train on the outside now.
Stopping 4 rotates for maintenance. Finding their feet. Here comes Rising Tide.
Different styles really make for interesting clashes, Duke.
100%. Sending again the weakened. All of a sudden that leg's still not good. Big back elbow. A second.
Hold on, assisted.
We've seen this.
Hook
but
up and
sent it
over.
to the outside.
What's he
Wasn't
thinking
through.
here?
Oh.
Hold on,
Get him
assisted
up.
powerbomb.
Oh, big sit-out powerbomb. Ollie with the pin. 1,
High stack.
2. Shane at the last second.
At 2.999999.
Very close.
99.
Very close. Ryan knows he needs to get rid of knows he has to hook. The legal men are all of a sudden and Leon Cage. Everyone else needs to get out of the ring right now.
All of a sudden, got quite a lot of power behind those clubs now.
Tag to Ryan Saint.
What I alluded to, the more serious side of Soul Train.
Tag
Will
to
it pay
Hook.
dividends?
Malfunction at the junction. Big kick. Trading positions. Another one. To the knees. To the face. Drop the big man down. Big drop kick to Ryan.
And now
Stop
Shane
to the
Hook.
back.
Huge
Kick to the side
cartwheel
of the head.
kick. This,
Ryan's out. Oh, Soul Trainer done. Soul Trainer out.
the combination
Big
from
pin.
Rising
1,
Tide.
2. Here's Ollie. All of a sudden, saving him at the last second.
Glad the referee can keep up with this. I'm getting lost. Hook and Cage giving everything they've got in this one. Every combination
again.
they can think of.
All of a sudden, the illegal man.
Ryan Saint on wobbly legs. He's on Dream Street. Leon Cage very wisely holding Ryan Saint in place.
What is Shane Hook thinking?
Possibly looking for a soul breach. No. Hold
Oh,
on
God! Destroyer!
to his own partner.
A malfunction at the junction yet again. Soul Train have the advantage. They need to capitalize. Here comes, all of a sudden,
That
Shane doesn't realise.
That wasn't a Rising Tide. That was a tsunami of bad news for Hook and
Kick to the
Cage.
side of the head. And Zaguri. Shane Hook now, maybe having to do the work of 2 men on his own.
He's
Gets
more
caught.
than up for that task. But our
That's
Soul
free.
Train up for it as well.
Table under. Tap pin. 2, 3. He got him. He got him. Soul Train have pinned one of the up-and-coming tag teams in this country, Rising Tide.
Soul Train hoping to make a name for themselves. Doing a good job of it tonight. Rising Tide, one of the premier tag teams in the country, as you said, Duke. Soul Train just beat them clean as a whistle.
3
1,
Oliver.
2,
3 Oliver. You
3.
did grand.
As clean as a train whistle, one might say.
How do you have to feel if you are a Rising Tide in this instance? Their tag team luck since the first show Origins has not been the best, with a loss to the Admitted in that no disqualification match and a loss here tonight.
Not just a loss, but Leon Cage sustained a destroyer from Hook.
Frustration clearly building in those young men, but give it up for the Soul Train.